Hello and welcome to the first episode of the League of Extraordinarily Large Gentlemen. My name is Drew, the connoisseur of card games, video games, games in general, all that nerdy shit you know of. To my right.
I like that. I'm going to call myself a connoisseur as well, because I like that word. Because it sounds so good. It says, like, connoisseur of computers. I like that, right? Come on. Roll with it. What's your name? Oh, I don't need one of those.
Okay. Well, our friend who's been redacted by the government is named Eric.
Totally.
He is our computer expert, so if this isn't working for you, you should totally go find out where he lives and have words with him. Horrible words. My name's Phil. I am, of course, your Dark Lord and Savior. I have actually been... Yes,
wasn't that... Son. Hold on. Wasn't that the sound from the church in Warcraft 2? The church?
Is that a problem?
Yes,
it's an evil church.
It's not an evil church. It's filled with paladins.
It's evil paladins.
It's not evil paladins.
Dude, it was. And I know because I am the RPG expert here. As much as anyone can be an RPG expert, so I overrule you.
Oh, I see. Well, can you tell me why it was filled with evil paladins?
You know what? I really think it could have been racial discrimination against the Taurans. You know?
The Taurans weren't even in there.
What are you talking about? I thought you were the RPG expert here.
I don't like to play MMOs that much. Okay?
It's not an MMO.
It's not an MMO.
You're just messing with us now.
What is the Warcraft?
It's a type of arts and crafts, but all of your crocheting has something to do with war.
Right.
Zug Zug.
Scorboo.
So much sadness. So basically, what we're saying is, hi. How you doing, guys?
Exactly. We are saying hi. We're gonna start talking, and more like rambling, just about random.
I'd rather eat Randy.
Randy, yes.
Like an LSD Pong game, we're going to eventually start bouncing the ball off of our paddles, and hope to God it actually hits another ball onto another paddle. If it doesn't, well, the grand ether is what it is.
Yes, large gentlemen with large balls on paddles.
Like the best game ever, Pong. Anybody gonna argue that?
I don't think anybody will, because...
No, you know what was the greatest game that came off of Pong, though? You guys ever play Warlords?
Warlords. Oh, God, that sounds familiar.
It was great. Okay, imagine 4-player Pong. You have a paddle in each corner.
Okay.
And you have a flag in the very corner, and then you have like a wall. It's like a combination between Pong, Breakout with 4 different players. It was a lot of fun.
We're talking about old arcade games, aren't we?
We are talking about old arcade games. What a great start to this. Come on, old arcade games?
I can't argue with you. It's something.
It's something.
Favorite arcade game over here, I'm going to have to go with the Simpsons arcade game.
Masterpiece.
Who on earth thought that such a wonderful dynasty of video games would be started with the crown gem and then go so downhill so fast?
Which downhill are you referring to?
What are you referring to? Like, the Simpsons arcade game was amazing.
The Simpsons arcade game was magical.
Everything home ported. NES, SNES.
Virtual Bart.
Oh, God damn it.
Where you got to play a pig because that's what the kids
That was
love.
an arcade game?
That was a SNES game.
I'm talking about literally everything the Simpsons put their hands to after that, except for years and years later, this like random driving game. I don't know if you got to play it. It was like Grand Theft Auto with the Simpsons, and I have no idea how that worked without anyone getting murdered.
Oh, no, I know what you're talking about. I just can't think of the title right now.
If anyone out there remembers that, please put it in the comment and also tell us how stupid we are.
Absolutely. We enjoy those kind of comments.
Well, I figure if we're doing podcasting anyways, it's self-flagellation anyways. I see, over there, Mr. Phil is just whipping himself repeatedly. His darkness being so dark.
It is the only way I can properly atone for the things I do to you at night.
I'd actually like to praise myself for a moment, because we are talking about classic video games, and I'd like to mention that I once held a world record in a classic video game. Yes, this is true. Atomic Punk 2, if you guys have ever heard of it. Unfortunately, that record was taken away from me, but I'm going to strive to get it back.
I wish he was lying, but he is. And for those of you who know what Atomic Punk is, or in our America is Bomberman.
Bomberman,
You do not want to play this man in Bomberman. That is a suicide mission.
I am ridiculous.
I can't argue.
Exactly.
I'm silent because I'm accepting of everything you've just said.
I think I was stupid enough to try that with the DS once.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was just like, and there's bombs everywhere. We're 3 seconds into this, and I'm dead.
I was taking on 8 different players in the DS versions of Bomberman and just killing everyone.
To be perfectly honest, though, we had a friend who literally was killing himself just so he can chuck bombs off the
Right,
sideline.
yeah.
So that was half the reason we had issues.
In the DS version, you could when you die, you could be the Jag on the side, just chucking bombs into the center of the arena. And of course, he was trying to target me.
There was a PlayStation one version that did the same thing, and it's anyone who died was out on the side somewhere. They could just start whipping bombs at people.
It's actually the beautiful mechanic, because the person that lost doesn't have to sit there and well, this sucks now.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing about the DS version is, if you killed the person with one of your very tiny bombs, you could actually get back into the game and replace them.
Which he probably killed himself just to keep doing it, because at that point he was just trolling everybody.
Oh, absolutely, and which was fine, because it always ended up with me being the winner, and even when people were ganging up against me, it was me being the winner. So people had to die and fling bombs at me.
I'm pretty sure you cheated somehow, but I can't figure it out yet.
Cheating at the game, I'm ridiculously good at.
See, that brings up a really interesting issue to me. I don't really feel the connectivity out of the 3DS these days that I did with the DS. The stuff that you and I did with the DS, absolute magic.
Wasn't it amazing?
God. What was it, Phantasy Star?
Oh my God.
I got to be my beautiful butterfly self. And that was all for stats.
You're a beautiful butterfly, Phil.
It was, at first I'm like, this is for stats, and then I started like, well, maybe I should try to just put my outfit lavender and a nice hot pink. And then I realized there's a lot of things about myself I'm not coming to terms with yet.
I'm not comfortable with talking about this. Let's move on.
Fair enough.
What do you got for us there, Drew?
Shit on a shingle. I don't know. I've honestly been picking up a lot of... I don't play Magic the Gathering mainstream anymore. I stopped doing that years ago.
Wait, hold on. I know I asked you for another topic, but we had to jump into Magic the Gathering? Really?
As opposed to Magic the Siphoning? I don't
for
really
those
know
of you who know out there and don't know what Magic the Gathering is, it's like Yu-Gi-Oh! Wow, that was... Even I felt a little stupid for saying that.
I just want to get up and beat Phil right now. I really do.
Want to give you the wooden sword to go disembowel yourself with while we go and let the big boys talk about things.
Yeah.
I made quite a wicked deck in okay, with your help, I made quite an exceptional deck in Magic.
I agree. It was a fantastic deck.
This man, Drew, is amazing making Magic decks. Seriously.
Please. And if you compare me to the professional rung people, I am well the fuck at the bottom. However, when it comes to casual gaming, when it comes down to it, I'm just playing the fucking game to have fun. And really, that's what it should always be about. Now, I understand that professional gaming exists. I would be lying to myself, the great ether we're talking into right now, and the two other gentlemen that are here, if I didn't say that there wasn't, $10,000 matches happening all the time, Grand Prix, F&M tournaments that have prize packages that make my head spin. I understand that. But where I'm at right now in my life, I don't have time to do that kind of shit. So honestly, if I pick up Magic stuff, I pick up the Commander decks because I think that theme's awesome. Otherwise, I just want to have fun. What the fuck happened to fun?
I remember you introduced me to one of the Commander decks, and soundly trounced me with that because I picked blue. They're mono now. They're just that's one color, and that was bad of me to pick blue.
Let's not get too technical because again, we don't want to get into the nuts and bolts of something and have everybody start drooling and collapsing on themselves.
Right, but Magic is one of those things that's kind of essential to gaming, and this is where all three of us come together. It is the topic of gaming. It doesn't matter what type of game. I mean, we all have our specialties, like we ranted about in the beginning of this, but gaming is all three of us. And when it comes to Magic is like a staple. It really is.
Pretty universal.
Yeah, I mean, when you're welcome to gaming. Here's your D20. Here's your video game controller, and here's your Magic deck. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Well, it may not have been the alpha.
That was
because if you really want to go back down to it, card games existed for a long time. Now, when it comes to that kind of medieval theme nonsense, there was D&D stuff happening long before then. But it is if you talk to anybody in the card gaming world, they're going to say Magic first. 9 times out of 10.
I really can't think of a card game that really predates Magic, and honestly,
there are, but
like a card game that's specifically that in depth with things. I mean, and what kills me about it is that if my nerd lore is correct, and I do have like a +10 in that, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And
+10 in nerd lore.
The Magic was actually supposed to be kind of the in-between game that you played in between things. It was supposed to be like a nice, quick game you and your friends could, pull out, like throw spells at each other and stuff. In between, like the other different things you're doing at the conventions.
That's certainly not what it turned into. It turned into an entire thing. I don't know if that. I mean. It's not that I'm saying I don't believe you, but I don't know if that's necessarily a true thing. I have never heard of that personally, but I'm inclined to believe Phil because he doesn't lie to me when we're doing the podcast.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to. Like outside of the podcast, all the time.
Yeah, it's
Don't make me hit the shock collar again.
Yeah, so pretty much. He'll just start making up stuff.
I'm good. I'm good. We're all good. Put the remote down.
We're all good. But yes, these are common staples of gaming. Magic, D&D, video games. Can you guys think of anything else off the top of your head?
Hookers and blow. Oh wait, that's not actually a staple of gaming.
Well, I mean GTA. Yeah, nice. There you go. Thank you.
I see what you did there.
I know.
Let's see here. You got your Magic.
You got your Magic.
Coffee. Well, or any caffeinated beverages.
Oh, absolutely.
My goodness, Mountain Dew.
And I think...
Oh, my God. No. Caffeinated beverages. Let's leave it at that, please.
I think that is a general staple. And I'm not just talking about gaming here. I'm talking just being nerdy in general. You know what I'm saying? Like creative writers that are writing fiction, computer nerds like myself, like programming. I mean, like, we all need a good dose of caffeine.
I wonder what happened to this, because there was like this huge outburst of different weird caffeinated semi beverages that were
Surge.
Well, no, I'm talking about the stuff like mana potions and blood packs and zombie and was it the little nuclear powders? I gotta wonder how many people actually their heart exploded before they started pulling this off the shelf, because I became fairly addicted to the wonderful fruit punchy blood packs.
I've never had them. Were they pretty awesome?
They were good. They tasted good, and it just grossed people out when you drank them.
That's the thing. I don't see a lot of caffeinated beverages that are also fruit punch-esque. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a couple. The people I work with, they drink Rip It, which has 80 million different flavors. One of them being grape.
I saw citrus for them. I'm not really into that.
Rip It.
No, that's actually, I saw that at a local dollar store. That's where they get that from.
Is that like the Four Loko Jr.?
I don't want to dwell on it.
Do you segue into that?
No, and we'll not be riding segways at all. Drive you off a damn cliff.
Shouldn't be writing anything on that.
So basically, what we're going to do in these podcasts is talk about anything that tickles our fancy.
We might have a narrative, we might not. It honestly depends on how drunk we end up getting and what terrible things we end up saying that ends up online.
That would be great. I would enjoy that. Let's drink and do this.
A nice alcoholic beverage.
How about every time I say something offensive, we do a shot? You'll be dead within the minute.
Well, yes. I don't want to do that.
Shit, dude. I think Eric has more tolerance than we do.
Wait, why is that?
Because I don't have the tolerance that you do.
I think Phil has the tolerance hands down.
That's because of my girlfriend and her constant attempts to poison me.
She killed me. If I had time for a story, I would totally tell it. But unfortunately, we have to wrap this up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely comments, people, likes, subscriptions, whatever. Tell us what you want to hear about.
Burnt down villages. Yeah. We also accept higher offerings.
Anything nerdy that you guys want to hear about, we will be more than happy to talk about.
Mm-hmm. Or we'll just ignore you. I mean, the sky's the limit.
Yeah, if you're going to say something asinine, of course, we're going to just ignore you straight off the bat. But
unless it's really good asinine.
Yeah, that's true.
We accept all forms of fur pelt and spice, so go right ahead.